Oh, naagap.
Nagdagdag na.
Saan ako? Ako'y family matters regular. Na ako score ron. Sige. So, hi, good afternoon. Welcome to our differential equations reviewer for finals, cluster 1. So, for the top, based from the survey nga nakuha sa JPSME, mao ni sila ang topics to review, ang non-exact DE, linear DE, o simple substitution. And if kaya pa sa time, mo review po ta for Bernoulli, geometrical applications, katong family of curves, law of exponential change or katong snowball, and Newton's law of cooling. But for now, mag-start ta sa non-exact DE. So, to begin with, before tayo proceed sa non-exact DE, ato sang i-recall si exact DE. So, how do we know again if a given differential equation is exact? So, based sa ato ang lesson before, we can consider a differential equation to be exact if the partial derivative of m with respect to y is equal to the partial derivative of n with respect to x. So, unsay pasabot aning unsay unsay pasabot aning x is equal to c and y is equal to c diri kaning highlight. Okay. So, unsay pasabot ani nila? So, ang pasabot ani kay if mag-differentiate, atong ko ang partial derivative ni m with respect to y, we treat x as constant. While if atong kuhaon ang partial derivative ni n, we treat, with respect to x, atong i-treat si y as constant. So, by this, we now know that a non-exact DE is kanang if ang DE is a given differential equation is non-exact if the partial derivative of m with respect to y is not equal to the partial derivative of n with respect to x. So, moving on. So, ang concept aning non-exact kay we have this what we call as integrating factor symbolized by the symbol phi. So, ang concept di ay aning non-exact DE kay if we multiply our integrating factor phi to our m and kung sa ato ang ato multiply si atong integrating factor which is phi sa ato ang m and n and ikuha nato sa partial derivative ni m with respect to y and partial derivative of n with respect to x, ma-equal na siya. So, mao na ang gamit sa integrating factor. Now, how do we get our integrating factor or our phi? So, to compute for the phi of x, natay formula nga e to the power of integral of f of x dx, wherein f of x is computed as 1 over n times the partial derivative of m with respect to y minus the partial derivative of n with respect to x. On the other hand, partial derivative of y is equal to e raised to the power of f of y dy, wherein our f of y dy is to be computed as 1 over m times partial derivative of n with respect to x minus partial derivative of m with respect to y. And if ni-try na ta aning duha and wala gyapon mo satisfy nila, arita sa pangtulo which is part of phi of x and y, wherein it is equal to x to the power of m and y to the power of n, and this is to be computed as partial of m with respect to y minus partial of n with respect to x is equal to m times our n katong tapad ni dy over x minus n times m over y. So para masabtan na sila, let's go over to our first example. So let's say we are given a differential equation of 4xy plus a quantity of 4xy plus 3y squared minus x dx plus x times quantity of x plus 2y dy is equal to 0. So, para di ta magkalisod, ato sa niya siyang i-distribute ana para di ta magkalisod. So, is the una natong pangutana is the given differential equation exact. So, let's test it here in our cute board. So again, how to know if DE is exact? We take the partial of m with respect to y and the partial of n with respect to x. So again, when we take the partial of m with respect to y, we treat x as constant. While for the partial of n with respect to x, we treat y as constant. So in here, for xy, so this is our m, right? Okay, tapad siya ni dx. While kani siya, this is dy kay this is n, kay tapad siya ni dy. So what is the partial derivative? So what is the partial derivative of m? So for 4xy, partial derivative of 4xy, it is 4x, right? Since this is constant and partial derivative of y is just 1 plus partial derivative of 3y squared is 6y minus x derivative of a constant is 0. So it disregard ka na nato. While in here we have unsa man ni siya x squared plus 2xy, right? X squared plus 2xy. So what is the unsay partial derivative ani niya with respect to x? So partial derivative, so derivative of x squared is 2x, right? Plus um in here 2y is constant, so 2y times derivative of x is just 1. So, diba? 4x plus 6y here is 2x plus 2y. So, therefore, we can say that our given DE is not exact. So, unsay buhato nato if unsay unsay buhato nato if our given DE is not exact. So, we find an integrating factor that will make the given DE exact. And how do we do that? Mo na katong fee ganiha. So if naay mangutana unsaon nato pagkabaw if given DE, if if unsaon pagkuha sa integrating factor, will it be phi of x, phi of y, or phi of xy? Answer ana mag trial and error na jud ta. So let's try first our first case, which is phi of x, which is equal to e to the power of f, the integral of f of x dx, wherein f of x is equal to 1 over n times partial of m with respect to y minus partial of n with respect to x. So, ato na siyang buhaton diri. So, 1 over, sorry, eraser. 10. So, 1 over x times x plus 2y. So, man itong n, di ba? Is equal to partial derivative of m with respect to y. So, kani siya 4x plus 6y minus partial of n with respect to x. Kani siya. So, minus, ato yung batang parenthesis, 2x plus 2y. y. Diba? So right in here, pwede na to ma-simplify like term. So 4x minus 2x will become 2x. And 6y minus 2y will give us 4y. Tama? So, all over x times x plus 2y. Okay. And take note nga sa to ang numerator, pwede tani ma-simplify si 2 and si 4. So, atong kuhaon ang iyahang atong kuhaon ang pinakadako nga pwede nato i-factor. So, which is, so this is just equal to 2 times, ano tayo mabilin, x wait, x plus ni dapat, di ba? Kay 6y minus 2y is 4y. So, x, sorry for that. So, x plus 2y. Para 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times 2y is 4y. All over x times x plus 2y. So now, nanatay makancel, right? So, upon canceling kani sila, ang mabili na lang is 2 over x. So therefore, we can say that our f of x is equal to 2 over x. So now that kabaw na ta sa ato ang f of x, which is just equal to 2 over x, ato na siyang i-substitute dire. So by substituting, e to the power of integral of 2 over x dx. So since C2 is just constant, we can bring that out. So it now becomes e to the power of 2 times integral of dx over x. And this one can be simply, when we get the integral of this becomes 2 ln of x. By simplifying, ato ning i-transfer si 2 diri sa exponent ni x. So this becomes e to the power of ln of x squared. So by property, makancel nato si e to the power of ln, and ang mabili nato is si x squared. So therefore, we can say that our integrating factor, symbolized by the symbol phi, is equal to x squared. Okay? So, ano ito atong concept gani sa non-exact? Ang kaning integrating factor, if we multiply this to the given, our given will become an exact DE. So, by multiplying x squared to our given, this will become 4x cubed y plus 3x y squared kay minus x squared ay x cubed ni siya, sorry. Wait lang. Minus x. Okay, tama. So, ma-x cubed ni siya. Ay, bad. Wala, mabantayan. Sorry. Plus x cubed plus 2xy dy is equal to 0. So, now we ask the question, is the given DE exact? So let's test again. Partial of m with respect to y and partial of n with respect to x. So partial of y, gani, we treat x as constant. So constant there is just 4x cubed plus 3x is constant. So 3x times derivative of y squared is just 2y. So 3x times 2y, it becomes 6xy. Yeah, minus derivative of a constant is just 0. So we disregard that one. And in here, oh my, 10. Partial of n with respect to x. So derivative of x cubed is 3. Ah, wait. So x squared to the 4 pud ni siya, sorry. Ano man ni, oy? Ano lang, to the 4. Kay x times x squared times x squared pa jud, it becomes x to the 4th. So derivative of x to the 4th, it becomes 4x cubed plus, so this becomes 2x squared y. Tama. Kaya since 2y times x squared, it becomes 2x squared y. So, um, we treat, again, 2y as constant times, what is the derivative of x squared? It is, no, this is cube. Because, ato mo rin i-distribute dito, so 2xy times x cubed, this becomes 2x cubed y. Sorry for that. So, plus times, wait lang, eraser. Times, the derivative of 3x is, x cubed is 3, wait, minus, diba? So, that again, 4x cubed plus, um, 2y, sorry, wait Marag na ay error sa slide. Wait lang magkuha sa ko og charger. May padong na ko lobat. Wait lang. Okay, sorry for that. Sorry. So, again, ato lang ning usa-usahon kay murag na error sa paghimo sa PowerPoint. Pen. So 4xy times x squared, it becomes 4x cubed y plus 3y squared times x squared, 3x squared y squared. Muna nakasayop na to. Minus x times x squared is x cubed. In here, x squared times x squared, x to the 4th, plus 2y times x cubed, x squared. So 2x squared, distribute pa day. So 2xy times x squared, 2x cubed y. So tama na ni. So direta, nagkamali. So 3x squared, x squared ni siya. So balik ta diri 3x squared. Nagkamali po. Pen. In here, so naatay, we treat x as constant, right? So 3x squared times derivative of y squared is just 2y. So it gives us 6x squared y. So mo na nasakto na atong atong partial of m. Under sa PCAS pod, naatay partial of n with respect to x. So integral of 4 x to the power of 4 is 4x cubed plus kani siya 2y times integral derivative of x cubed is 3x squared. So this gives us 6x squared y. So therefore we can say that the given DE is now exact. Now how to solve non-exact differential equations? We solve it same process sa exact DE. So by solving this, you will get the answer of 4x to the 4th times y plus 4x cubed y squared minus x to the 4th is equal to c. So mo na siya ang final answer. You solve it through exact DE. So moving on to our next example, y times x plus y plus 1 dx plus x times quantity x plus 3y plus 2 dy. So is the DE is the given DE exact? Let's test. 10. Partial of m with respect to y, pila man. So x times y, x lang. Okay, y is constant. X is constant. Yeah, y squared, it becomes 2y. Yeah, ang partial of derivative of y is just 1. While ang partial ni n, pila man. X times x, x squared. So derivative of x squared is 2x. 3xy, derivative of 3xy with respect to x is 3y plus 3y plus 2x, so just 2. So therefore, we can say that our given DE is not exact. Now, we find again an integrating factor that will make the given DE exact. So again, in this case, we have to do trial and error. So first, let's try again this one. So 1 over n, what is our n? This one, x times x plus 3y plus 2 times partial of m with respect to y, x plus 2y plus 1 minus kani siya 2x plus 3y plus 2. 2x plus 3y plus 2. Ana. So x minus 2x is negative x. 2y plus minus 3y is minus y. Then positive 1 minus 2 is negative 1. All over x times x plus 3y plus 2. So natin makancel. Bisag ato simplify negative times x plus y plus 1. Wala man gyapon tayo makancel, di ba? X times x plus 3y plus 2. So wala man gyapon tayo makancel. Yan, nagay x and y. So therefore, dili ni mao. So, if di ni mao, if di ni siya mao, let's try the next case, which is phi of y. So for the phi of y, 1 over m. What is our m? Y times x plus y plus 1 is equal to, bali na sad, kanina siya maguna, 2x plus 3y plus 2 minus x plus 2y plus 1, x plus 2y plus 1. Ana, tama? So 2x minus x is just x. 3y minus 2y is just y. And 2 minus 1 is just 1. X plus y plus 1 over y times x plus y plus 1. So, na natin makancel, right? Kani siya. So, mabili na lang nato is 1 over y. So, atong erase ha para makita. So, therefore, our f of x is equal to 1 over y. And by substituting, so kani siya atong f of x, atong value sa f of x di is 1 over y. So ato na siyang i-substitute diri. So e to the power of dy over y, it's just 1 over y times dy. So we know that dy over y is just ln of y. And by property, atong i-cancel si e to the power of ln, which will leave us with y alone. Kani siya. So therefore, our integrating factor is just equal to y. So if ato nang i-multiply si y sa atong given equation, this should make our given DE exact. So let's test. So, mo na siya result after i-multiply si y sa tanan. Oops, it's a halats atong usa-usahan kay basig na nasa ni sayop. So x times y is x times y, I'm sorry, x times y is xy plus y xy squared. Yeah, y times y squared plus 1, so y cubed ni siya. Plus y times 1 is y times y squared. Kani siya, x times x squared y, tama. 3y times y, 3y, 3xy times y, 3xy squared, tama. Then 2 times x, 2xy, tama. So is the given D exact now? Let's test again. Partial of m na to is kani siya, m na to. With respect to y man. So si x2, so this 2xy, right? Because x is constant, so magpabilin si x, and derivative of y squared is 2y, so 2xy plus derivative of y cubed is 3y squared plus derivative of y squared is 2y. Let's test. Partial of n, unsa man ni siya? With respect to x na pud ta. So 2xy gyapon plus 3xy squared with respect to x man. So 3y squared, 3y squared lang plus 2xy. So 2y lang. So now we can say that our given DE is exact. So again, solve it as exact DE and you'll get the final answer of x squared y squared plus 2xy cubed plus 2xy squared is equal to c. So that wraps for our non-exact differential equation. So we're now moving on to linear DE. Moises?
Okay, so linear differential equation. So m dx plus n dy equals 0 is linear in y if dy and y are of the same power. And it is also linear in x if the dx and x are of the same power. So we can makaibaw ta if it is linear in x or y if there is only one term. So if in a equation, if ang dy is ano lang, usa lang, so it is linear in y. And if it is anang usara sa dx, so linear na siya sa dx. So mo share sa ako ba?
Sige, sige. Ikaw. Ako na i-start ako
Sige, sige.
Nag-share pa ba ako?
Oo, naa pa. Ay, ka na.
Okay. Wala na?
Wala na, wala na.
Sige.
Wait lang. Share content. Dili lagi ko pa-share. Ay, dara, wait. Dara de.
Sa video,
So, makita ra. Ako i-share.
kita na.
Sige
Kita
na.
ra.
So, kani akong mga PDF si gamit is gamit ako is from Sir Joko Salim. So, ako lang gamiton. So, mo ni ang ko ano, ang ganiha. Ang explanation is MDX is linear in Y, dy and y are of the same power. So, we have here examples of DE. No, so we are going to identify if this is linear in X or linear in Y. So as you can see here, no, ang ato ang dx is duha yang terms, ang 2y og ang 8x squared, while ang dy na to is isa lang. So we can conclude that this dA is linear in y. Kanang number 2, no, atong kita na ang dx is usa lang siya. So this is a linear in x. As for number 3, ang dy ra ang usa ra ang dy. So that means this is linear in y. And for our number 4, ang dy ra sad ang usa. So this is linear in y. So to solve for linear DA, no, we have to get its standard form. And from the standard form, we are going to use these values here para sa ato ang general solution. So for ko ano to, if it is linear in y as a function of x, mao ni ato ang standard form. So ang atong kuan ani, no, kanang murag timan-an nga if unsa nga ato ang dependent variable, mao na naa sa babaw. And if unsa ato ang independent variable, mao na ang sulod sa p kani og sa q. So atong standard form, no, is dy over dx plus p of x y is equals to q of x. So kani pong variable dire is depende pod kung unsa ang ato ang dependent variable, no. Ang tanaw to sa ubos dire. So this standard form is linear in x. So our x, independent variable, kina sa babaw, and our independent variable is sa ubos. So ang sunod sa atong p is our independent variable y, and ang sunod sa p of x is our dependent variable ang x. So whatever nga unsa nga variables imong gamiton, for example q ug t, same principle ra pud na. Kung sa imong dependent babaw, so mao ang sunod sa aning p. Then kung unsa imong independent, mao pod ang sunod sa p. So mao na imong timan-an. And then from there we can move on to general solution. So ang ato ang general solution is kuan siya, no, atong basahon is ye integral of p of x dx equals integral of qx integral of px dx and dx plus c. So ang ato lang timan-an pod ani is ang mag-unaan na is ang ato ang dependent variable. Tanan diri, no, ang kani kay linear of y, so y ang gaon na. Diri linear of x, so x ang gaon na. Linear of q diri, so q ang mag-una. Then ang kaning e is mo exist ni siya sa left side o right side, no, nam kita na to diri. So the same ra na sila. So after aning nga kuan y din e integral of p x dx is equals to mo na ibutang to integral of q of x. So diri magamit nato ang q of x. Then ang e na to with power integral of p x dx and then dx plus c. So kaning dx diri is gamiton ni para sa kaning kuan integral. Then so let's kuano first try solving number 1. So this is our number 1, no? So we have 2 quantity y minus 4x squared cross quantity and dx plus x dy. So we can see no nga this is a linear of y because ang dy na to is usa lang ka buok. So in kung ano na to kanang in order to convert this into into standard form, we are going to make ang kining nagsolo nga dy into dy over dx. So in order to do that, we are going to multiply this with 1 over dx. But na may one variable ang sa dy, so ato na siyang i-remove by adding x here. So ato ang multiply is 1 over x dx. So ning multiply na to ana is mahimo na siya nga dy over dx. Ato na siyang i-multiply is mawala aning dx nga mabilin is kani. So 2y minus atong i-distribute 8 negative 8x squared nga mabilin denominator is x. So kani we can rearrange this para maporma na to into inani dy over dx plus p of xy equals p of x. So atong timan ano nga ang atong p of x kay naa ginay sumpay kung unsa ang atong dependent variable. So dire atong tan-awon since y linear in y man so mangita ta sa value nga naay y pod. So kani. So we can assume nga this is our p of x na ani. So ato ning i-separate ato lang iunahon ning dy over dx then our 2y over x or 2 over xy minus kani mawala na ni siya ang x and then mabilin ang x sa babaw so minus 8x then ato ning i-transpose so we have here our standard form na no. This is our dy dx, this is our p of x kita dire and this is our q of x. Since na naman ta sa ato ang standard form makakuha na nato ato ang general solution. So atong general solution is kani. This is a linear of y man no. So atong mag-una is y. Then ato ang e raised to the power of integral of p of x dx equals to integral of qx e raised to the power of integral of px dx plus c. Then kahuman na is we are going to substitute the givens. So our p of x is 2 over x mo ni siya and then our q of x is 8x. Then common na is we are going to solve this ang power integrals. So the integral of 2 over x dx is ang 2 ato ning ipagawas dire kay since that is constant so dx over x ani siya and integral of that is just ln of x. So whatever unsay answer dire is pareha ra pag dire. And no, makita natin dire sa left side laws of logarithms nga kaning sa number 3 kung unsa man ang gauna sa ln is is also equal to the power of our say variable dire x. So kaning to na to is pwede na to mabalhin dire as a power of x in order to cancel out the e and ln. So this applies nga dire pod. So ni ko man na makancel na ang e of ln, mabilin ana is ang x squared. So ang atong left side is y x squared and then dire nito sa right side is mo na ni siya. So integral of 8x times x squared dx plus c. And then we are going to integrate. But first we are going to distribute 8x times x squared is just 8x cubed. And then we integrate. That is paano siya no? This is constant so kani ato ang i-integrate x cubed and the answer for that is x raised to the power of 4 all over 4. And since we have a constant of 8, so 8 divided by 4 is just 2. So our answer is 2x plus 4. And then we can also, this is our answer, but we can also transpose this 2x raised to the power 4 into left side. So mo na yung answer. Yx squared minus 2x raised to the power 4 equals c. So let's have another example, no, or kining ikaduha. Yes, ikaduha. So ang kaning DE is a linear of x, since ang x may kanang solo o sara nya to kuanda to make this into standard form is we're going to make dx into dx over dy. So we're going to multiply that but with 1 over y dy. So ito yung multiply is kani. So mawala na ni siyang y and mabilin is dx plus dy. Then plus 3x multiply this with 3x minus xy plus 2. Oops. So makancel out ito ang dy. Ang mabilin is x minus xy plus 2 all over y. Then ato ni siyang i-separate, no? So ato pangitaon, since this is a function of this is linear of x, so ato pangitaon ang mga variables nga na ay x, so kani sila. So pwede kaning 2y ato ning ilahi. So we can see here, no, nga plus 2y man na. So we can say that this 2 over y is our q of x. So ato ang pwede na to i-transpose daan or pwede unya lang. So kanino gi 3x over xy all over y ipagawas ang x kay ano man kisa atong standard form, no, kay usara man ang kuandre x. So in order to kuana to make our standard form ato ang ipagawas ang ato ang x. So kani nga value is should be our p of x. So atong turongon og sulat, this is dx all over dy plus 3 over y. So 1 na is y over y is just 1, so minus 1 quantity x equals negative 2y. So this is our p of y. P of y na ni siya is because ang atong independent variable is y. So ang sud sa atong p is y. Then our q of y is negative 2y. So we can move on to our general solution. So atong dependent variable x, then our gisubstitute dayon p of y. Our p of y is 3 over y minus 1, and then equals the integral of our q of y is negative 2 over y mo ni siya. Then we e raised to the power of integral of 3 over y minus 1 dy and dy plus c. And then we solve this power. So ato silang i-separate ang 3y o ang negative 1. So solve this, no? So kaning 3 pwede na pagawas. So this is dy over y. And integral of dy over y is just ln of y. As for our negative integral of dy is just y. So mao ni ang ato ang answer. We can also just copy this diri sa right side. And then since naaman tay ln and e dire, so we can use again the law of logarithms. So kaning 3 atong ibalhin as a power of y. As a power of y, so ln of y cubed na siya, and then ma-cancel na ning e og ln. Yeah, sa pikas e raised to the power of negative y, di na to ma-cancel ang e kay wala may ln. So ang answer ani is x y cube e raised to the power of negative y. So dire na po sa right side. So dire, no. So kanina ma-cancel ni siya ln of e. Turo ni siyang kapihon ang uban. Muna ni ang answer niya, negative 2 over y cube e raised to the power of y dy plus c. And we can cancel out the y denominator. And kani mahimo ni siya nga 2. So atong pagawas pud ang 2 daan since this is constant. So y squared e raised to the power of y dy plus c. Then if we integrate that, so kani di nato ni madid-sidid integrate. We should integrate this by integration by parts. And our solution for that is udv equals uv minus integral of v du. Nya, depende ang kaning u na to is magdepende ni ani nga order. Since our y is na under sa kaning algebraic and our e is under ning exponential. Oops. So atong u ani is ang y. So kani nga order no is kung unsay mauna nila mao'y imuhang u. So mo ni ato ang u, ang y squared. So na diri sa left side no. Ato ang u is y squared and our dv is integral of e raised to the power of y dy. So kani nga solution is just the shortcut of solving. Na gyud siya kanang proper nga kuan yun taas-taas pero gigamit lang ang shortcut since applicable man. Okay, so atong i-derive ang y squared. Derive of y squared is just 2y. Then atong i-derive is 2y is 2. Then ang constant man ang 2 so ma-0 na siya. So mo stop na ta if 0 na ang yang answer. And then 3 sa integral of dv ato i-integrate ang ato ang integrate ang e raised to the power of y. So the answer is negative 1 or just negative e raised to the power of negative y. Then we derive that again. We have, since na naman tayo negative diri, multiply by another negative diri, ma-positive na siya. So positive 1 e raised to the power of negative y. And then we integrate that again. Ato ni siya kanang ipariha. So our answer is negative e raised to the power of negative y. Then in writing that no, kay ato ang diagonal instead of mag-ana right is pina diagonal ato ang pag-write. So ang first term is, and also ang kani nga table is nani siya mga signs. Sa first is positive negative diri, positive diri, negative. So ito ni right no, ang kani is mo ni siya. So ito yung multiply y squared times negative e raised to the power of negative y is just negative e to the power of negative y squared. And then ikaduha is kani. So if mungutana mo nganong wala man sila negative diri but nganong naka-minus man ni, it is because akong i-mention kaniha nga negative na siya diri. Positive na siya nya negative nya magpuli-puli lang. So mo na nga na negative 2y e raised to the power of negative y na siya. And then lastly is our kani multiply na to is negative 2 then e raised to the power of negative y. And then we distribute this so atong distribute is positive 2e raised to the power of negative y squared plus kani, so negative is positive, so 4y e raised to the power of negative y. And then kani is positive sad, so plus 4 e raised to the power of negative y. So may na atong answer no, but as you notice no nga na ay common nila sa each terms. So pa ni dili pa ni siyang simplest form nga answer, we can still extract something. So atong extract is kani, so we are going to multiply that with e raised to the power of y. And multiply ani is mawala ni siyang e raised power negative y, mabilin is xy cube equals 2y squared plus 4y plus 4 plus c e raised to the power of y. So, I think sa mga mora ng ako if na pa by time, pwede ko mo padayon sa Bernoulli. Josh? Sige ako lang padayon sa Bernoulli since almost the same raman silang duha. So, mao ni ang ko ano, Bernoulli's equation. mdx plus ndy equals 0 is considered Bernoulli's equation if it can be transformed to its standard form. So as you see no, ang ato ang kuan standard form is almost the same. Ang naa lang gyud kay kani. So mo ni ang nakapa-Bernoulli sa kuan sa equation. And ang ato apong general equation napun-an ra pud og 1 minus n no, sa mga parts. So to understand, let's first solve this example. X squared dy plus xy dx equals y squared dx. So we can see no kanang we can use linear dA as a reference. So this is can be solved as a linear of y. So kani ato mo oning dy over dx. And so ato ning i-multiply of 1 over dx. Yeah, to remove this x squared ato pong i-appeal. So 1 over x squared dx multiply nato sa tanan is mao ni ato ang answer. So mawala ni siya, mawala ni. So dy over dx, and then the second one is mawala ang dx and our x sa babaw. So may mo ni siya nga y over x, and lastly our y squared. Ang kuha na ni mawala ning dx, so may mo ni siya nga y squared over x squared or y 1 over x squared y squared. So atong may identify diri no nga mao ni ang dy dx og mao ni ang ato ang if ato lang kuan ba una-unaon nga linear dA gani. So mao ni atong first no. Tapos ang ato ang p of x is 1 over x since kani ato ning ilahi ang y. And then our q of x is 1 over x squared. So kaning y squared mao ni ang nakapa Bernoulli. Ang power ani nga y squared is mo ni ato ang n, mo ni tong gamiton sa ato ang general solution. So if so kung mag-solve ni kag Bernoulli og makikita ka og mga kanang mga naka-standard form na nga naay power ang kung unsa man ang dependent variable, for example y man, so kung unsa ang dependent variable nga nais power mao na siya ang natapad sa ato ang q of x. So mao na ato ang use a reference as our n mao ni. So atong identify ganihan no, atong p of x is 1 over x or q of x is 1 over x squared or kuan x raised to the power of negative 2. So kani gihimo ning inani para kuan for easier solving unya ang ato ang kuan no sa atong general solution. Parehar yun kayo ni sa linear no, linear nga dA. Ang nakapuno lang is kaning 1 over n. So ngayon mo lang timan-an kung asa ni dapita nakabutang. So sa first mo ni power sa imuhang dependent variable maguna. So 1 minus n. And then sa e na ano po na before sa imong p of x 1 minus n equals to integral of before na pod sa imong qx or whatever unsay independent variable nimo mo na po na diha 1 minus n, and then sa e na pod, so pareha ra gyapon na silang duha before sa p of x 1 minus n. So mo na gyud mo ang timan-an sa Bernoulli. Asa dapita ang nakakanin nakabutang 1 minus n. So let's solve this. Atong i-substitute. Ang atong n is 2. So 1 minus 2 is just negative 1. And then ang atong e, yan, lagi dito na. Negative 1. Atong p of x is 1 over x dx equals integral of negative 1. Atong n minus 1. Then our q of x is x raised to the power of negative 2. And then our e, integral of negative 1 times 1 over x dx, then dx plus c. And then so we solve kaning power. Kaning negative 1, pwede nato na ipagawas. So ato nang i-solve 1 over x or dx over x, which is, ang answer is ln of x. So nag-negative ni siya, kaya naman siya ay negative 1 daan. So answer is negative ln of x, which is the same here. So kanina naman tay ln, napod tay e. So ato ning makancel ang duha. So kanina pod balik ta atong sa law of logarithm nga ang value sa tubangan is atong ibalhin as a power of our variable here. So mahimo ni siyang ln x raised to the power of negative 1, and then makancel na ni siya. Ang atong answer is y raised to the power of negative 1 times x raised to the power of negative 1. O same with here, no? Pareha na sila. So kani mo na ni nganong gi-change ni, instead of ginani pag right, gibalhin sa babaw x raised to the power of negative 2 para ani, para mas madali gani og solve, since imo na nang edit so og multiply. So imo na siyang i-combine. This is x raised to the power of negative 3, and then we integrate. Answer nato ana is negative 3 plus 1. Kung sa may answer diha, mao pod ang atong denominator. So negative x is the power of negative 2 all over negative 2. And then to remove our denominators, we're going to multiply with 2x squared y. So ito na yung multiply, ang mabilin is 2x. Ito siya yung multiply, ang mabilin is ang y. And then multiply na to, ang answer is mawala ang 2 since it is constant. Ma-combine na sa c. So cx squared y. So I think that's all, since pare-pareha ra ang linear of Bernoulli. I think that's all for me, Josh. So murag wala man nabalik si Josh, no? Provide lang ko another example since usara man ko na provide niya sa Bernoulli. So let me share my screen. Kani. So let's try and solve na din, no? So kani ikaduha. So ato ang i-identify sa kung unsa ni nga linear. So ang atong dy mao ra may nag-usa, so this is a linear of y or be of y, since this is we are talking about be. So kanino, so in order to reach our standard form ato ning i-divide of dx, and to remove our 2x atong apilan og 2x atong pag multiply. So 1 over 2x dx itong i-multiply. So ang answer na to is dy over dx, and then ito na siya i-multiply ang excuse me. So mawala ning dx yung bilhin ani is ang 3 3 na lang is because 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 3y cube over x. Ito na siyang i-multiply. Mawala ang dx. Mabilin ani is ang 1/2 y. And then kanina pod mawala ang dx. So ang atong answer is 1 over 2x y. And then plus mo na ni dy dx. So ato ning i-rearrange para makuha ang ma-form into standard itong standard form atong nahaning dy dx. And then duha man na to ang y, no. Yeah, this is a linear of y biya. So kung unsa ang term nga na ay power kani y, pasabot ani mo ni ato ang q of x. So pwede nato na i-transpose sa diri pikas. So muna na yung i-transpose ano. Nahimong negative 3 over x y cube. So kanina pod ato ana ning i-extract ang y, no, para makuha atong p of x. So pagkuha to sa y, mao ni ato ang p of x 1/2 plus 1 over 2x. Our n is 3 na diri, no. As n is equals 3, p of x is equals to negative. Hindi na to kalimtan kung unsa ang sign diri. So negative 1/2 plus 1 over 2x, and our q of x is negative 3 over x. So ato nang i-solve. Timan-an kung asa ang 1 minus n power sa y naa aning sa e before sa b of x, no, gibutang na lang daan diri sa before sa integral since this is constant before sa q of x, and same with diri sa left side na po diri power sa kaning e. So atong isolve ang kaning power sa e, we integrate. So kani ato ning siyang kuan, no, ma-cancel ning 2 kay kuan naman tay 2 diri. So mabilin na is integral of 1 plus 1 over x. Same with here. So ato na integrate, ato ning i-separate 1 dx, integral of 1 dx or just dx is equals to x, and then 1 over x dx or just dx over x is ln of x, no, parihari. And then ato ani siyang i-separate. So kani mahimo ni siya nga e raised to the power of x, then kani mahimong multiplied by e ln of x. And since na may ln diri, so ato ni siyang ma-remove, no, ato na ning kopyahon diri since dili pa man nato i-solve na kani sa nang kopyahon ni ato ning i-kuan cancel. So ang atong answer is y raised to the power of negative 2 e raised to the power of x, and then ang x na lang kani. So ma-reflect po na siya diri. And so since manaman ta ani kanina po datong i-solve ang sa right side. So kani siya is, no, ma-cancel ni kining x kay pareha man sila. So mahimo na siya nga x e is the power of x, or we can atong balhin ang x diri since it is constant before the integral. So ang ato ang i-integrate is just the kani e raised to the power of x dx, and the integral for that is just ex. So muna itong answer for now is, no, gibalhin ang ato ang y squared since our power here is negative 2 man. So to make it positive ato ang i-balhin sa ubos. And since naa pa man ni denominator, kailangan ang atong final answer is wala gina. So ato ni multiply og y squared. no. So ato ni multiply og y squared, mawala ning y squared. Ang mobilin is xe raised to the power of x equals to ato ni multiply og y squared, may mo ning x y squared e raised to the power of x plus c y squared. So mara to guys. Thank you.
Ano guys, or napailain na topic or ulit ako.
Murag koan man, wala naman si Josh or naay ka nang gilakaw pa diyan. And ang ako ang na-assign is ang ano man, linear of Bernoulli. So I think mo lang sa nato ang ikuan ron. Since hapit naman pod 5.
Ah, sige, sige. Okay, salamat
Okay,
kayo.
so salamat sa pag-join. Thank you for listening. Okay,
Thanks.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Di lang ko maka stop sa record.
Oh. Sige, mauna na lang ko.
Sige,
Salamat.
sige, bye. Salamat.